in management studies. Looking more of blessings to the Bible reading.
A reading from the Holy Book, Psalm 100 verses 5. For the Lord is good, and his loving devotion endures forever. His faithfulness continues to all generation.
Let's join for the prayer.
Almighty and loving Father, creator of heaven and earth, we praise you and adore you. You are the King of kings. We humbly ask your forgiveness for our sins. Have mercy on us, O Lord. We are gathered here today for our FDP. Send us your Holy Spirit to be our guide and give us the wisdom to understand every topic that we are going to learn. Enlighten our minds and let your love be upon us. May this FDP bring success and growth to each one present here. We thank you, Father, for this precious time that you have given us. We ask this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I now request Ms. S. Sashikala, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, to deliver the welcome address.
Welcome to those who build in the power of peace, who put life with join with us in the exploration of peace. Would you need to each one of you present here on behalf of the Department of Business Administration, I warmly welcome you. It is a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome the resource persons and the participants who are present here to attend this faculty development program. I wholeheartedly welcome Dr.Doreen, the Director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. She received a BTech in Information Technology from Madras University, Chennai, ME in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, and Ph.D. in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include travel and distributed computing, peer-to-peer computing, risk computing, cloud computing, and big data analysis. Previous positions include professor and head at LIRO, ICAM College of Engineering and Technology in Department of Information Technology, assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Chennai, teaching research associated at the Department of Computer Science, Anna University, Chennai, assistant professor at the Department of Information Technology, SSM College of Engineering, Chennai. She has published about 30 papers in international and national journals and conferences. She is a life member of ISCC. She is a reviewer of computer and electrical engineering journals and future generation computer science journals.
The mic is on mute.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting my invitation and coming over for this seminar. We truly charmed with your presence.
I hand over the session to our resource person. Ma'am?
Thank you. Thank you to the entire college, the management, the students, the faculties of Holy Cross College, Trichy, for having invited me on your day 4 of your FDP, Innovative Approaches in Management Teaching. Right? The word innovation is so inspiring, and I'm happy to see in your brochure, and you are also into the IIC, Institution Innovation Council. I hope you are doing wonderful innovations. And today morning I had a talk on IPR in higher education institutions. Okay, I'm also a promoter of IPRs, and we collaborate with institutions to make your ideas, problem definitions, to research, to coming into an invention, making into an innovation, into startups. I hope Holy Cross College is really doing an amazing job. Okay, special thanks to Najma ma'am, and we are meeting for the first time, maybe sometimes right from When the pandemic started, myself and my husband, he's a professor at CIRF Engineering College and a dean in innovation. All right, and we started training faculty members, more than 5,000 people around the world during this pandemic, and I think it's my 200 plus webinars during the session. Okay, during the pandemic alone. So, how are you all doing today? I know it's the end of the day. Colleges are open. You have started going to college. Can I have your answers on your chat, please? How are you today? Nice to see Dr. Monisha, ma'am. You can give your responses on chat. We'd like to have an interactive session. Thank you, Satish Kumar, sir. Yes. Thank you, Felix, ma'am. We have 40 plus people. Yeah, it was good today. You're good. Thank you, Antarasi, ma'am. Superb. Thank you. Nice to get so many good. Very good day, Kumar sir. Yes, Najma ma'am, very fine. Yes, Fernando sir. I know, sir, ma'am. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. All right. Yes. So it's the grace and mercy of God that we are all good, even though in this pandemic. Heartfelt thanks to all the teachers. Okay, today I know if I ask this question, have you taken online teaching before March 2020? The most of the answer could be no. But now definitely it is yes. Okay, now definitely it is yes. Before we start with the digital teaching tools, so you are all faculties. This pandemic has never stopped our academics. Okay, this pandemic has never stopped our academics. Even from that, even in pandemic, we are able to take classes, reach out to students, and even though you faculties so much and so much inspiring to learn something new. The way you come in will not be the way you go out after the session. You will learn something interesting. Okay, so I was also into teaching for a decade, and then I started my company, Computation Research Foundation, where we work with the different technology developments on research and development, and also we give internships for arts and science management students, engineering students, and also for faculties on data analytics, on cybersecurity, IoT, education technology tools. All right, and then this is a Section 8 company. We have registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, before I go into my presentation, what are the digital teaching tools that you are using it, or the ones that you've experienced with when you take live classes? Kindly give quick answers on the chat, or you can also unmute. What are the tools that you've used for teaching using through online mode? What are the tools that you've experienced or that you're using it? Google Classroom, thank you. Satish sir, thank you. Google Meet, good. Thank you, Felix ma'am. Slido, quizzes, Google Meet, Zoom, video conferencing, specific tools. What are the specific tools? Okay. Kahoot, interesting. Yeah, Microsoft Teams, interesting. There's others. Don't think some of them have given the answer. Why again? I should give the same answer. Mentimeter, interesting. Google Classroom, interesting. Yes. Other tools, whatever. Just to get into notice, like Najma ma'am said, ma'am, most of them they know about Google Classroom and nothing, something new that we want to explore today. Yes. Thank you all for the beautiful answers. Let me share my slide with you. Able to see? So, Najma ma'am said she has listened to my lecture earlier. Is there anyone who have listened to my lecture earlier, or you're new to this? Google Classroom, yeah. Okay, so today we'll see about the digital teaching tools. In brief, I'm going to say about Edmodo and Big Blue Button. Have you heard about these two words, Big Blue Button, Edmodo? Yes or no? Have anybody else experienced Edmodo or Big Blue Button? You're able to see my screen? Yes? Can you see my slides? If it is yes, just type Y on the chat. If not, just type in.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So you're all an inspirational teachers, right? With the right attitude, most situations are winnable, even the ones that at first may seem impossible. I read it once again. When you have a right attitude towards what we are going to approach, you think before pandemic we all should have thought, how am I going to take 100 classes? I don't know much about computers, this and that. But now everybody, you all become digital teachers. Let's start by playing a game. Okay. Can you see the words on my screen? All right. So first, what is the word? First word is yellow, but you should not read it. But you should not read the color. Sorry, you should not read the word. But what is the color of the word typed in? What is the color of the word typed in? Green. So you should read as green, red, blue. Okay, first you have to start from yellow, you have to go all the way from green, and we have to go backward. 30 seconds will be given. Once I start, don't start now. As I start my 30 seconds, after that you can see what was your experience you can share. Is it clear? Not the words, but the color of the words. Here we go. Is it clear? Can we start? Yes. Everybody keep trying. I hope you're all trying. Yes. Once you complete till the green word, you have to tell the color of the word that is typed in. You have to go back again. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Over. How was your experience? Yes. How was your experience? Anybody, how many words you're able to read? What did you, how was it? It's interesting, okay. How did you feel? You can all unmute and speak, no problem. Was it easy? Did you think, no, I should not tell the word, I have to do the color. Yes. What comes first? Okay, then. Only 5. Okay, then others.
I read almost all the colors, but when it became like brown, I found it difficult because it came only twice, brown and purple. So I found it a little bit difficult.
Okay, very good. Your brain works smarter. Okay, others. Only 5. Only 3 responses I've got. What about others? Are you all there? Are you trying? Interesting. Color names to the color of the word. Thank you, Vimas Kumar sir. Okay. So these are some tips. Little difficult, ma'am. Maybe at the end of it, we'll play once again. All right. These kind of tips will make the students to activate the brain, because one side of a brain will tell us the word, the other side of the brain will say, no, don't tell the word. It's the color that you need to say. Some kind of exercise you can give it to the students before you start your class. Yes. Is there anyone who would like to share something? Somebody's mic is on. Tilagavati ma'am, you want to share something? No? Okay. 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 What a teacher is more important than what he teaches. Okay, as said by. So how we are as a teacher is what is more. You are all good teachers. You are inspirational teachers. You are so smart teachers, right? The class introduction of the first 3 minutes, picks up your talk. Okay, wherever it could be a talk, it could be a class, it could be the same class that you go, but each class introduce your class in different way. Today I started with games. Sometimes I start with a story and ask some games. Sometimes you can play a video and ask questions from the students, though it is online or offline mode. The first 3 minutes of your class should be more inspirational to catch up the audience, right? How many of you use this method called alpha brainstorming during your teaching? Have you ever used alpha brainstorming? Yes, no, no, yes? Yes or no? You can give you a type alpha brainstorming method or a budding journal method. No. Okay. So what this method is that if you're going to start up with your topic, okay, you can give the topic that you're going to start off with, and what the children they already know, you can make them pair as 2-2-2, or if it is online, it could be even individual. They could write. You can ask them 2 or 3 questions. They could write their views. If it is a live class, each of them can share whatever the points. Sometimes one point will be more creative than the other student. So one point, what the student has missed, the next student will be doing it. Like exchange of idea. At the end of it, the teacher will be able to validate whether it is correct or what are the points it is wrong. And during teaching, even I have learned something more new from the students. All right. So alpha brainstorming is one of a new good method that I always take, because being an academician, I always take different methods to introduce the class, to start off with the class. And alpha brainstorming, or you say the budding journal, okay, these are some techniques that picks up the children when you start off with your classes. All right. I just play a small video. Okay, you can see to it.
It's really nice for students to use Buddy Journal because they can see how another person views the subject material, and then they can kind of add their 2 cents, and it really brings in an opportunity for conversation about the content. When I am setting up a Buddy Journal, the first thing I need to do is figure out the questions that I want to ask the kids. I don't ask very many, max of 3. I have them partner up. Then they need to, in their journal, take 2 minutes to answer the question that I pose. So I can have different people answering different questions, like an A partner and a B partner. After the 2 minutes are up, the partners switch journals, and then they need to read and critique what the other person wrote. That can be saying, yeah, it's correct, and here's some extra information about it. Or it can say, this is incorrect, and let me help you get to that correct answer. We take 2 minutes there. Again, this is a no talking, it's only writing. Then they take their journals back at the end of the 2 minutes, and that's when they discuss. They talk to each other about what their answers was. They can defend it if they think the other person was critiquing incorrectly. And then that also really opens it up to a class discussion if we wanted. If somebody can't decide, then I can have everybody in the class bring it up. So it's a great review tool.
So like this, the same review kind of tool, okay, we can also use it when we take up their classes. So I strongly encourage faculties to have some alpha brainstorming. You can have a question A, question B, make them as a partner, ask them to answer certain question, and exchange it online. They can post it or take a picture and post it. They could share this screen and what others are trying to say, and it makes the students to get themselves involved in this class. So what are the innovative methods to start off their class? You're starting off a class is more important. I said you can start using telling a story, asking questions from it. You know what happened today? That makes the brain active. Or ask a question. I asked Zach, right? How are you today? Be entertaining. Some games we played. Okay, you can ask them, refer to some current events like pandemic or non-pandemic, or what is happening. How is IPL going on? Or what a start them speech like you all can do it. It's nothing that's difficult. You can have reason conversation. You can compliment the students' state with a positive statement or quote something from the recent research. Okay, so you're all beautiful teachers. Okay, just setting up the tone. I'll give a chance to 2 teachers. Okay, in this entire, we have 37. Okay, excluding me, we are 35. Who was your best teacher in your life? What inspired the particular teacher? In which grade the teacher handled you? It could be your LKG or it could be a college teacher. a quality of a teacher that inspired you. It is not only the teaching. What did you like? Maybe the teacher could be alive now. I don't know whether they are in heaven or wherever it is. All right. If you want to say a thankful note to the best teacher in your life, I just want two faculties. Who's going to unmute first? Can say who was your best. Everybody, we've got different teachers. But when you ask the best teacher, there is only one teacher that comes to your mind. You have to tell the name of your teacher. You can introduce yourself, tell the name of the teacher, and you can reason out why did you like the teacher the most. This who's going to start off with. Just for two faculties. Yes, Anbarasi ma'am.
I like to remember my professor, Dr. A. Savarimuthur. One has been retired from St. College as well as from Jim. He is my Ph.D. guide. So I have studied from him. He is my professor for my master degree and the MPhil as well as Ph.D. guide. The quality I admire the most is the two things. The first one is he will never give all the inputs to us. He will give the interesting side of the topic and he will create the curiosity in us so that we ourselves will go and find the things. So we will never forget the thing. That is the one. The second one is we are HR students. So the labor topic or psychological, whatever it is, whatever papers are very difficult, give like some assignment so that we will not study only the theory part. He will make us to do the assignment in the practical way, so that we have to go through some doctors and we have to find the one study and record things and everything. In the same way, we have to go and go through the training period in the lawyer and everything, so that after this I finished my master degree. I was in our engineering college and I was earning, my salary was more than the candidate who was a holder. So my knowledge was enriched to that extent. So he's the only reason. He was the most favorite teacher for all the batches of students.
Okay, congratulations. Hats off to the professor who inspired you the most. Congratulations. There's one more teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And teachers are the role models. We capture so much and so more from the teachers. Last one more chance for a teacher, for a faculty here who wish to share. Is there anybody who wish to share? Yes or no? We have got so many teachers. So many of them are the factors that we have become teachers today. Whenever I take the session and ask a question, there will be at least 5 or 6 staff members stumbling or, ma'am, I want to say. But here I'm not getting last one. Are you going to say, anybody is going to say who was your best teacher? It could be not only the way they teach, the way they took care of you, whatever it is. Would you like to thank anybody? No. Okay.
Yes, I'd like to thank my 9th standard teacher, Ms. Kalechandri, so who molded my handwriting. So till 8th standard, my handwriting was not that much good. So she is the one who made me write the cursive writing. So she is not alive now. I'd like to thank my teacher.
So I thank ma'am. The handwriting. See, handwriting are assets for life for us. There will be always a teacher. Even if I write, my handwriting has an influence of my teacher. My daughter is in 9th standard. Okay, she had a teacher when she was in 2nd standard or 3rd standard. I remember. The teacher used to write so beautiful on the board. At the end of 3rd standard, her entire handwriting changed, but still now she practices what was her 3rd standard. So, class, your handwriting is your asset, you're unique. And a lot of everybody, you can say, there is a teacher who's an influencing factor for our handwriting. Students don't know much, don't care how much you know until they know how much you care for them. Okay, so much you see how the Ph.D. faculty took care of them, what was the methodology made them learn, and what in Ajma ma'am, what was so inspiring. I know many of you will have so many inspiring teachers in your life. Okay, you all said you have used Google Classroom, Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Slides. How many of you use Google Slides for teaching? I'll use Google Slides to use your teaching materials. Yes, no? Kindly answer quick. We could be right. Okay. No, ma'am. Okay. Google Slide is a very beautiful tool where you can use your slides to present it. You can also make interactive. Only I got response from Natma ma'am. Is there any? Because if you are going to learn about digital, yeah, Satish Kumar sir has learned. What about others? Okay, so here it is a small board, jam board. Sorry, is the Google Slides. It comes along with. I will share my entire screen with you, and I will share. You can also interact, and you can make the. It's not only you making it. You can also make others also to do along with your slides. If you use, say for example. If you're going to use, what do I say, only Google, Microsoft Excel, it's only you that will be using it. But if you're going to use Google Slides, many of you will be able to share it. Okay, are you able to see in my screen? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you go to your Gmail, for those who are new to it, those who go into a Gmail, you click on the 9 dots on top. Okay, able to see my screen? My Gmail, yes. One of you could unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you can click on slides, and you can click on slides. So it's just like an Excel. Okay, it's just like, sorry, it's just like a PowerPoint presentation, but wherein you'll be able to interact with more students. You can share it, and people will be able to do work. If you want to have like 1 to 5 slides to one student, if you want to do a demonstration, and it is all stored onto the Google Drive. So this is how it is been there. So you can have something like and it's very easy and it's more comfortable to work on with. You need not download anything. You can just like that search and then use it onto your slides. Okay, so I can have it like demo of Google Slides. All right. So this slide is always, I always prefer using Google Slides. Even today's presentation, I'm doing it using Google Slides. So which department you belong to, or any one concept, can one of you put it onto the chat that you want to give an introduction to the student? Any one concept, any one concept. Yeah, OneDrive, yeah, same as cloud. Yes, ma'am. That one. Any one concept that you want to, the topic that you've taken, you can unmute and also speak. Yes, quick, please. Any one topic. Principles of management. Okay, Shashikala. So if I want to introduce, I can click on insert. See, I can click on a video. Principles of, I can search from here. Principles of management. Okay, I can search if I want to introduce it using a video. Okay, and always don't use video more than 5 minutes. Okay, the basic time should be 2 to 3 minutes, because after which the student's concentration will get lost. Okay, what are the principles of management? So if you go to YouTube already, if you have seen it, you can upload it from your URL. Since I'm not going to have it, I'm just trying to search it. Some videos, okay, you get a video, you need not download it. Okay, you need not do anything. Just you can click it and then select it. The video gets loaded here. In Excel, you need to give a link. Here, you need not give a link. All right, just like that, you can go to insert video, and you can maximize what size you want to have it. Okay, some principles of management. Okay, what is the size of a slide you want, you could have it. Okay, and then if you want to insert a picture, okay, you can also search from the web, or you can upload it, or if it is from your Google Drive, or if it is from a Google Photos directly also, you can use it. Okay. Principles of management is the topic. I don't know much about it. I'm just trying to give you some tools. Say, for example, if I want to insert this picture or 2 pictures, Okay, and whatever I want to include it, I can give insert. It will directly go to the Google search and it will paste it, and we could resize it. Okay, we could resize it. It is on one top of the other. Okay, so easier it is, right? Management functions. Okay, you can include other things, you know how generally use it using bulletins. And when you go, and also I can share it. Okay, if I click on share, yes, it's private only to me. Okay, and change to anyone with the link. So anybody with the link, if you want to edit it, okay, I will copy the link. I'll paste the link on the Google Meet. Now you can click if you are using a system or something, and like one or two or some of you can click the link, and you can also start editing on the same slide. If you want, yeah, somebody has joined. You can add one more slide, like one or two. Can you try one or two things that you could do it? Yeah, two of you have joined. It's nice. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, three of you have joined. Yeah, you can include your duplicated it. You can also try to search something. And one sir said that he used Slido, even you can integrate Slido into it. I don't want to make it complex. Any slide you want, you can edit it. Somebody has said Henry file. Yes. So only 4 active members. What about others? Let's see. Yes, yeah, beautiful. Somebody has typing and somebody had an image. See how you can work collaboratively. See, for students, you can say the first group you can use slide number 1, 2. Second group you can say slide number 3 and 4. And you can give the slide numbers, and that only into that area the students will be able to work on with. If you want to make a group assignment, or you are a teacher and you have a co-teacher, both of you can share the Google Slides and start working with them. Is it interesting, faculties? Dear professors, is it interesting? Have you explored this before, or is it new for you? You can share it. Yes, these are some tools. We always know Excel, and these are some different tools that you can work on with. Thank you, Najma ma'am. Those working on Google Slides, can you? Yeah, it's interesting. Thank you so much. Somebody has changed the template. Yeah, they've got a lot of themes that you can use, whatever you wish to have it. So you need not download a YouTube. You need not search for any Google image and copy and paste it. From here itself, we'll be able to do it. Okay. And whatever the adds on that I had a Slido, you have tools. Okay. You can also have voice type speaker notes. Okay, say for example, if I click it on voice type speaker notes, here, can you see here? If I click to speak, hello, in today's session, we'll be speaking about the principles of management. Let's watch the video now. Can you see as I'm speaking, it is being typed here. Okay, so this is the speaker note demo that you can use it. Okay, that you can use it. Okay, so when you speaker note demo is when I present it. Okay, when I present the slide, there will be an option called to open speaker notes. Say for example, if you want to have a speaker notes and speak, you can use this. Okay, in Google Slides. So whatever I spoke there, it will be here. Okay, and you can also ask questions to the students. Okay, you can also ask questions. If the audience wants to give a question, they can give. Okay, start accepting questions. It's on. See, I can copy this. Okay, so this link, if I post it here, as in when you take class. Okay, as in as you take class, you can share this link to the students. Let's try that right now. You can ask questions within your slides itself. The students will be able to answer. Let's try. These are the facilities that's available inside Google Slides. All right. So this is the present. Can one of you ask some questions? One or two questions? Like at least one question, click on the link I've shared and then you can ask a question. There are few people on the stream, watching on YouTube. Even for them, I'm posting it. Yeah. Who's the father of scientific management? So they're asking a question like when the students are having a doubt, okay, so you can also present it, okay, and then it will be like this for the students who's the father, and they'll be able to answer to the question. Once it is done, you can also hide. Once the students have a doubt and the question is asked, then you can stop it. Okay. So can you see here if I'm going to present it? See, it comes onto your slide like this. So ask a question to the students, it will be like this. You can share this thing. As and when you take a question, whatever the question the student is asking, okay, you can present it and then you can hide it. Okay. So much and so more. If you ask me to speak on Google Slide itself, I can speak. So we have included a video, right, on principles of management. You can just come here and click it. It will directly play from YouTube, but it will be onto the space.
Hi there, good day and welcome to Tech Backyard. I am Janira. Today we are going to learn about principles of management. The topics covered in this video includes introduction to management, meaning, definition and significance of management. So what exactly is management?
Okay.
Management is the process.
Okay. Likewise, you also have somebody's mic is on. Is there a doubt? And also you have something called laser points. You can use laser points slides. Coming to our presentation now. Somebody's mic is on.
Yeah.
Annie Rebecca, ma'am. Is there any doubts for you? Okay. So, yes. Did you find something new that you have not known before? Google Slides? Yes, no? Yes. The next thing that we're going to see is about Google Jamboard. How many of you have used Google Jamboard? Yes, Anjali ma'am, you have used Google Jamboard. Others? Have you used or you have not used? I want interaction. I wish you all to answer. No, not used. Others? To the maximum, I'm getting response less than 5. What about others? Yes. So let's see. Some of you have used, some of you have not used. I think my entire screen is shared with you. So even from Google Meet, directly also you can have Google Jamboard, or you can go to if you want to use a Jamboard for a particular meeting, you can directly start from a meeting. Otherwise, again, click on the 9 dots. You can see Jamboard here. Okay. So and now I'm going to make a Jamboard from clicking on the 9 dots. Can you see something called whiteboard here? Can you see yes, no? No yes? Hello, you're all tired, exhausted after a day's work.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I click on whiteboard, it will create a particular whiteboard for a particular meeting. So I'm going to start a new whiteboard. If you want to explain some concepts, okay, and You can use this Jamboard for teaching everything. We cannot have it on slide. Something you want to write it, you want to explain it, okay? And for those kinds of things, you can also you want to have a pictorial representation. And this also I can you see here? See, today we are seeing about, you have got different colors and different thickness of it, okay? Today we are seeing about Google. I can write like that. If I don't want, I can rub. Okay, this is a pointer. If you want to have a sticky notes, so we saw what the principles of management. You can have some sticky notes to use it when you take classes. Okay. So whatever, if you want to have some pictorial representation, okay, that you can use it. You can click it on, and when you teach, you can use it like a laser light. You also have text board. We are seeing about Google Jamboard now. What are the concepts that you teach? That also you can use it here. If you want to use some images, it's not related, but simply I'm showing what are the images. You can just click and drop. Okay, and also you can use some pictures. You can upload, or it could be from your Google Photos. Okay, or by URL, by camera. Okay, or Google image search. Because we were, that was a topic given by one ma'am. So from here also, if I want to insert this picture and if I want to start explaining it, I can use it. Okay, I can use it like this. I can enlarge it. Can you see? And like that, how we rub our board and move on. And from here also, I can click this button, and I can also present to a particular meeting alone. Okay, to a particular meeting alone, I can also present it. Okay, and same way as I shared my Google slide, I can also share it. I'll copy the link and paste. You can move between frames to frames. I've just opened 2 frames. The participants can go into other frames and try to, yeah, I've shared a Jamboard. Okay, now that was the meeting whiteboard. Now we're sharing. Click it on and try to do something that you can do it on the Jamboard. I've showed you the demo of writing with different, yeah, somebody has joined. 2 of you have joined. Let me see out of 40 how many of you are joining. Quick participants. So when we take class live in a college, we expect everybody to attend, everybody to respond. Yes. Let me see how many of you are participating out of 50. Yeah, you have crossed less than, I told less than. Yeah, you can move into pages, start typing, or use a sticky note, use an image, use an object text, or something you can do. You can move between different Jamboards. Yeah, you can draw something. Yeah, good. Everybody, you're in the first frame. You can move to the next frames. Some of you can move to the second frames. You can create another frame, and also you can set a background. If you want to set background, I don't know whether you use graphs or if you want to use some image. Okay, I'm going to use the image. Simply, I'm live streaming the session also. So like this, you can just have an image as a background. Very good. You try. You have changed the color. Exactly. Very good participants. Function. Some of you have tried a sticky note with function. Yes. Move on to the other frames. I'm really, really happy to see it getting participants increasing, getting yourself active. Well done, well done. And as a teacher, if I click onto this, I can see where the person is. Okay, where that particular person is. Most of you are on the first slide. Keep moving on to the other slides. Sorry, other frames. Here you should not say slides. Here you should see it as frames. Is it interesting, professors? My dear teachers? Who have who have taken your times out of your comfort zones, getting tired of it after. I know. I have also worked in colleges. I know. And still, you are also much inspirational to learn something new. That is why you are here, and I'm here with you. I always make ensure. Yes. Any doubts, please? What? Voice is breaking. Ma'am? Or you can put your text on the chat if they're interesting. Thank you, Manisha, ma'am. Inspirational teachers, beautiful teachers. See how, though you know you have come out and Holy Cross College has made a event. Interesting. Thank you, Shashikala, ma'am. If somebody asked a question, but I'm not. The voice was breaking. Can you try once again? I always find whenever I get a chance to train teachers, or we even with a lot of data analytics course I take for MBA students, right? And always more than students, I always get myself inspired to train the teachers, because through you, thousands and thousands of students could be trained throughout your career. Okay. Yes. Now coming on to this, we have seen a Jamboard demo, and we have seen about Google Meet. When you see this teacher, interaction makes the session lively. I know, because it's more challenging to take online session, and also to ensure out of 45, how many of them are really into. So throughout my session, I have some events or the other, which makes them get in some. See, what is that when you see this teacher? What is that one word that comes into your mind? Let me have the answers on chat, please. What kind of teacher is this teacher is? Planned, the way she teaches as an educationalist, as a teaching faculty. What that one word that comes to your mind? Yeah, we see that's one-way communication, but it's not always one way. Yeah, friendly teacher. Thank you, Saraswati. Guiding teacher. Thank you, Koteshwaran, sir. Leading. Okay, interactive teacher. Informative, experimental teacher. Thank you, Felix, ma'am. Informative teacher. So you can see how informative. This is you. We always think it is not possible to have you using online classes. No. It is possible. Now the next teacher. Teacher number 2. What do you find from this teacher? How is this teacher looking? Let's be a little more quick, please. Strict teacher, autocratic teacher. Yes. I didn't say anything. You are speaking from the visual that you see. This is how even you use during online classes, the students will feel. What does the third teacher? This is the final teacher. I'm not going to ask you more questions after that. Then this. The third teacher. Commanding teacher. Okay. Yes. Okay. Student friendly. Okay. Teacher number 1, teacher number 2, teacher number 3. I always say when you take classes online, keep your cameras on and make the students to keep their cameras on. I cannot ask you today, but maybe at least tomorrow. Okay, that brings a live session, and one major factor is that the concentration of the students will be focusing on to what you teach. Okay, if possible, let's try, like, a few of you who can open up your cameras could open up your cameras. All right. The reason behind the concentration, sometimes if your camera is on, even our mind may tend, even though we're faculties, all right, our mind may tend to open a Gmail, open into another tab, let me see. But you say, I'm hearing to the word. I am hearing to the word. I don't see any visuals. Yes. I'm sharing my entire screen. That is why I will stop presenting it and share only my tab. Okay. So I always tell to faculties, to students, or whosoever it is. Okay. So when I take a session, or you're going to take a session, keep your cameras on. That is the first method. Okay, that is to make the class have an eye-to-eye contact. And next, you can also ask the faculties, or the, sorry, I'm not the faculties. Now I'm teaching with the faculties. To the students also, to keep your cameras, to keep their cameras on. Okay, to keep their cameras on. Okay, there are generally 3 types of teacher. Okay, how do you frame yourself? You're all teachers, right? The one word that specifies you. You are the best judge for yourself. I am a teacher. What kind of teacher are you? Let me see how many of you are answering. Quick, please. Facilitating teacher. Thank you, Najma ma'am. Others. Quick. Just one word that represents you. That you say that kind of teacher you belong to. Hello? Let's be quick, please. Caring teacher, strict, also friendly. A guiding teacher, very nice. Caring teacher, very nice. Student friendly. Thank you, Satya ma'am. Yeah, each of us we frame. There are different kind of teachers. Okay, one is a hard-working teacher. Some teachers are working hard. Some teachers are hardly working teachers. You know who are hardly working teachers. And second, smart working teachers. Now we are all smart teachers. Once this pandemic has begin, I know you are able to do so much and so more. All right. So each of you have defined yourself. Are you working hard or hardly working? They may forget what you said. Whenever you take class, the students will forget, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So giving a good ambience in the online class or in the offline class is more important. All right. So you all know about Google Classroom. I don't want you to teach more about Google Classroom. Today we'll be seeing about the big blue button and Edmodo. Okay, big blue button and Edmodo. These are also free tools. Okay, free tools to use. To start off with, anybody has used big blue button before? Have you used big blue button before? Thank you, Kotisharan sir. Intellectual teacher. Activist teacher. Thank you. No. Okay. So we'll see about big blue button. Okay. Big blue button. How to use it. Okay. Here, as you engage like Google Classroom. Okay. Here also it engages your online students. Okay. So it's a web conferencing tool. What is big blue button? Because at the end of the session, we're going to play a live quiz. Let's see. Okay. We're going to play a live quiz and we'll see who's the winner for today. Okay. It's a web conferencing system designed for online learning. Okay, big blue buttons enable students and enable universities and colleges, okay, to deliver a high quality learning experience, especially to remote students, especially to remote. So what are the features that big blue button has? It has audio, video presentation, screen sharing, along with you had like whiteboard, and before pandemic they had recording of the session, but now since the people who are utilizing it has been expanding more, they're a little restricted to it. Okay, there was no kind of restriction before pandemic, but after pandemic begin, there is a private chat, there is a public chat, there is a polling also available. Okay, so big blue button, whatever you use in other tools, you can also record a session and the students can play back after, which I know some of you will be recording your Google Meet session also. And here the most predominant factor is that the teacher can use multi-user whiteboard. I told you, right? Now only we have got Jamboards, and before in big blue button also it comes multi-user whiteboard. Okay, to help students with solving difficult math problems. Okay, if they have a problem, you can also give a frame. They will be able to solve it. In classes, we say, right, come to the board teacher class or something like that. And also, we don't have breakout rooms in Google Class, Google Meet. For the professional versions you have. For the other here, you have got breakout rooms. Okay, so breakout rooms are there. Now, let's directly go into the big blue button. Can you see in my screen? Okay. Can you see the big blue button screen? Kindly answer at least yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. I always find it difficult. Even with students, it is easy to get answer. But handling faculties, right? And you are also amazing and you're so much involved. Thank you, teachers. Okay, and here I'm going to start. Okay. Okay, here when you start, it starts a session. You can create different classrooms for every class, maybe your first year, second year, third year. What are the subjects that you're going to take out also? Be done. So this is how it has been done. Okay. Okay, I'm going to join using my phone. Sorry, my mic.
Sorry, my mic.
Yeah, it's asking.
Yeah, you are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay, so you can share your notes when you take class using this. Okay, here you have a public chat. Okay. What are the settings that you want to do? You can do it here. The notifications, if you want to have a data saving. This is how the environment looks like. This is how the environment looks like. Okay, and also here you can mute all users. You can mute all users except presenters. You can block the users. Okay, so you can create breakout rooms. You can also create breakout rooms. So likewise, you can change it from one slide to the other. So these are the major So I can also create a room. So let me create a room for Holy Cross 230921. And here I can generate an optional room access code. If I need, mute users when they join. I can request a moderator, no. Anyone allowed to start the meeting, no. All users automatically join me to the room. You can create a room. Okay, this is how you create a classroom. Here you can create room. The room has been created. Okay, this is the room that has been created. So these are the room settings, whatever we have given. Okay. So you can click on. So if you want to invite participants, okay, copy. I'm going to paste it onto the chat now. You can all join in. Okay, you are able to follow me. I'm going to start the Holy Cross room that I create. First, I just showed you a demo of how it has been there. All right. Now I am starting it. Hopefully, we will see it. You want to listen only or you want to speak?
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Yeah, Kumareshan sir has joined. And also after starting the meet, if you want to, to invite people, you can invite people like this. The same thing that I've given. Okay. Only two of them have joined. Others, are you joining? Yeah, very good. Three of you have joined.
You are now unmuted.
Okay. And I can move to the next slide. You can have a chat session. Okay. You can have chat. You can have a polling session, webcams. Okay. And the audio, screen sharing, breakout rooms, and multi-user rooms. If I want to share notes, I can click on share notes. Only to the particular class. If you want to share certain notes, yeah. Sasikala ma'am has raised hands. I can give. If they have a doubt, they can click raise hands. Okay, I can type in the notes. This is some notes when you want to take class. If you want to share it. You can also import either a Word document or a PDF or something like that. You can import it, and to that PDF could be shared. Okay, any PDF or ODF that you want to share to your students. These facilities are not available in. We have it in Google Classroom, not really under the classroom environment that we want to do. Okay. So these are the different features that is available, and there's a public chat. Hi, madam. Sir is told. Hi, madam. Others also, if you could join, it will be better. Like here, you can have your free hand if you want to have a drawing. Something they're trying to do. You can undo annotation. You can have shapes if you want to draw. Okay, if you want to change the colors, you can change colors, change different shapes. If you want to teach using a triangle, okay, or so I can see 6 people are using it. Saraswati ma'am, where she is there, like Suresh, what they're drawing, everything you can see. You can ask students to work on with that. All right, I'll give you. Thank you, Najma ma'am. Very good session. Yeah, Naisa Kumar sir has joined. Out of 40, let me see how many of you are really into the session. I want everybody to join. Quick. Even using a mobile phones, you can join. There is no need for only a system, even using mobile phones. I can also see like who have joined using mobile phones. See, there are active persons. They are very active. I'm glad that we have active participants. Any doubts? Some of them they're trying to raise hands. Yes, what's your doubt, ma'am? What's your doubt, sir? Or are you just trying to do it? I don't know. I don't know really. What happened? Started using. Yes, it's interesting. Okay, when you really teach, when you teach using these tools, you can see your participants will be even more active. If you want to have a webcam, you can have a webcam. I'm not going to have it already exists into 2 sessions right now on my live stream onto Google Meet. All right. Okay. So now we have used all these whiteboards. Okay. Now let me try one thing now. Okay. I'm going to create a breakout room. Okay. I can choose 2 breakout rooms. All of users to use the breakout rooms. No, I'm going to give it for just for 2 minutes. You can have a discussion of the tools that we have learned today. Okay, I want randomly it should be assigned, and I'm going to create 2 minutes. Minimum duration for a breakout room is 5 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes, but I'll close it. I can again randomize it to keep randomly to assign people. Now I'm creating it. People onto the big blue button. Can you go into a breakout rooms? Let me see. I'm joining into the first room. Yeah, in room. Yeah, in room 2. I could see Najma ma'am there. If you want to have a group discussion onto your group rooms, you can do it. Okay. Even people on YouTube, I'm posting it on live chat. Put them on big blue button. Okay, so from here I could see how many of them are really into this. Okay, in room number 1, okay, and then room number 2. Let me see. Here, if you see, it's room number 1, and you can chat or you want like Nini Sukumar and Sir Saraswati Ma'am and Suresh. And you can use these whiteboards, okay, and all these things. Coming into room 2. Let me go into room 2 right now. You can try. You can have your discussion, something if you want. You can have it. This I'm showing a demo of it, how it will be. I'm just putting a message like, hello. This is room 1, and the next is room 2. This is room 2. Yeah, Najma Mama said, good evening, everybody. Sandhya Ma'am is there, Putishan Sir is there, Punita Ma'am is there. All right, so this is how you can have as a facilitator, as a faculty, you can give and you can see how many more minutes there in the room, or
You are currently the only person in this conference.
okay, I can end I can also end the breakout room. Okay, breakout room, I've ended it. So
You are now muted. You are now unmuted.
So everybody will come back to the normal session. If you want to have a group discussion, you can go in for a group discussion and come back. I can also share an external video. I can manage a presentation, select a random user. Now I will have a polling session. And is the session interesting? Are you exploring new digital tools? Something. I'm not going to give this. Are you exploring new digital tools? Okay, I can give yes or no, or only I want the user to respond. I can start a poll, and I've started it. Yes, people, you should have gotten those who are into the big blue button. Can you answer? We have 6 people here. So, shall I move on with that? Okay, yeah, yes, ma'am. You have raised hands. I want you to give the answers. So most of you have given yes. Thank you. So as and when you take class, you can make the students interactive. So when you are taking class, it will be easy for you to find out really out of 40 students, how many of them are really into the class. And when they have doubts, they can click raise hands like this. It's on to this. All right. Okay. 176. All right. So have you learned something new about Big Blue Button? Okay, any doubts in this? 2 minutes. Fine. So I can also publish my polling results. Can you see? People on the classrooms will be able to see. As and when you take class, you'll be so low, and you can be able to share notes. That's new polling inside the class, and you can also have collaboratively the whiteboard to be used to have breakout rooms, and this is a free tool. Okay, this is a free tool. Okay, so I will end up the meeting of the Google, so not the Google Meet, the Big Blue Button. Okay, so you can all come to Google Meet. I'll end the meet. Okay. So is it interesting to learn about Big Blue Button? I don't know, some of you would have heard about it. For some it is new. You have seen the demo of Big Blue Button. All right? Yes? Unknown caller. Thank you, Angeline and Beresima. Angeline. All right. So
You are currently the only person in this conference.
So I'll just end it off. You can all come back. So this is how you can create a room and you can share it to the students, and the students will be able to do. Able to understand something on Big Blue Button? Yes, thank you. Excellent presentation. Thank you, Sandhya. Now moving on into Edmodo. Edmodo is also to connect all learners with the people and resources. Okay, they teach. Okay, and it's a free management learning tool that merges classroom content, safe communications, and you can have your assessment with the social saving model. Okay, so and I'll share the screen of Edmodo, even using your normal Gmail. You can. It has got roles whether you can have it as a student or you would like to have it as a teacher. You can give your roles. Now here I've given it as a teacher. Okay, I've created a class called data science as the class. Okay, I can add an image. I have a class code. All right, and what are the tasks? You can schedule your task agenda for, and you can have uniquely you can have a calendar of your own class. I can also add some students. Okay, so adding students, I can have an invitation. I'm going to share with the link. Okay, you can create a thing and then you can use a link. I'm posting it onto the chat box. You can try to accept it. Yeah. I can also share a PDF if I want to share some instruction to students, like how you had a shared presentation. Okay. Or you can also invitation by email. We can also have an invitation. Anybody is trying it out from the link given to you in Edmodo to join as a student? Can one of you try? Yes, please do try. Yes, today we have started learning with Google Slides. What are the functionalities you have in Google Slide, adding a video, adding a picture, how to ask students during the question answers, how to have voice denoted presentation notes. All right, and then we moved into Google Jamboard, how you can use Jamboard to take classes, and you all experienced it. Okay, what you can do in Jamboard, including image, having a laser pointer, text, the sticky notes, the different handwritten content you will export. Then we gradually moved on into Big Blue Button. Inside Big Blue Button, how it was there, what are the facilities it gives, the polling session, the whiteboard session, the breakout rooms, the shared documents, importing and exporting it. And now we are into the Edmodo. Okay. So I'll move on to the class. So when the students can join in, yeah, Sandhya ma'am has joined, Shashikala sir ma'am has joined, Kumareshan sir has joined. I can also connect to your parents if you have some parents ID. You can give their email ID and it will be connected. Okay. So here the new thing, we have something called new agenda. And I can have the agenda. Tomorrow we are going to see about project-based teaching, an activity, or you want to add something, a file, or you have a library here, okay, like which you can add an agenda, or you can have a video, or you can invite students. Only 3 of you have joined. Okay. You can have separate folders, like how you have it in your Google Classroom, right? The assignments or the class works. You will be tagging here. You have a separate classroom where you can have it. How many members? Just 3 members. I not added people, parents. If I want to have a small group, I can have whatever I want to post. I can create the students, add the students. I can add some images. Whatever we want to give a welcome note. Okay. I'm just adding today's event poster. Hello. And I'm posting it. Here also I can create a poll. Okay. So this is something that's a little new when you compare it with the normal Google Classroom that you're using. Okay. Basically have a calendar, you have separate folders, you can connect with parents and teacher. Only I've been the teacher here, so you can message through it. All right. And then you can create and send assignments as you do it on Google Classroom. What is the instruction given? And also you can also create quiz. You can also create quiz and send it to students as and when you take classes using Edmodo. What are the quiz questions? Multiple choice quiz, or a short answer, or fill in the blanks, or match the following, or multiple answers. You could have it. All right, and then you can also set your class agenda. Okay, what is your agenda for the first week, for 7 days, what you're going to do, or the next one day, what you're going to do, what you want to add on towards it. Okay, the agenda, so the students will be very much aware what you're going to do in the following classes. All right, so this is a simple demonstration of what big blue button and Edmodo. Able to understand? Yes? Yes, no? Hello, you're all there? Okay. So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So we all know about the Google Classroom. Okay, GCR, you have been using it for a long time. So today's session, we have seen something new, which is of we started with Google Slides, Google Jamboard. That was just not in this content, and it just popped through, and then we moved on into Big Blue Button, and the next thing we worked on was with the Edmodo. Okay, what interesting? Did you do something new? All right, now we play a live quiz. I posted the link on the chat. Click the link, just give in your name. Click the link and just give in your name. Yeah, most of you, all of you have given the right answer. Let's see who's the fastest will be the winner of the first question. I'll post the same link on. Saraswati ma'am, you are the fastest. Let's move on to the next. Whether Big Blue Button is web conferencing tool? Yes or no? Simple questions. Okay. Yes. Let's see. This time it's Ravi Shankar sir and Shashi sir as the fastest. We go on to the third question. Which whiteboard tool we used today? What's the whiteboard? Is it Google Jamboard or Flipgrid or Live Worksheet or Google Slide? Whiteboard. What was the whiteboard tool that we used today? and I know you all have experienced it. Yes, most of you are right. It's the Google Jamboard. Let's see who's on top one, who's the fastest, and who's the winner. Yes, yes, it is Dr. S. Najma ma'am. Second is Saraswati ma'am and Sandhya ma'am, and the fastest is Sashi sir. Then we move to the fourth question. Which tool sorry, I have not taken it. Okay, from traditional printable worksheet into self-correcting interactive sheets. This I'll take it tomorrow. But let's see. There is a clue between the question and the answer. Printable sheets. Yeah, it is live worksheet. We'll be seeing that tomorrow. The final question. Sashi sir, fastest, Sandhya ma'am, sir. The last question is we are going to find who will be the winner. Dash is a free learning management tool platform that merges classroom content, safe communication, and assessment with the social media savvy, whether it is EdTech or Edmodo or EduTech. It is rather very easy. Yes, it's none other than Edmodo. You're all eagerly waiting to see who's the winner in today's quiz. Here we go. It's all automated tasks. Okay. Even tomorrow's session we have a game. Hopefully. Yeah, Sandhya ma'am is the fastest, and the winner in today's session on quiz. First place goes to Sashi sir. Second, Sandhya ma'am. Third, Kumaresan sir. Congratulations. All right. Happy to have you. What's your feedback on today's session on effectiveness of the new online teaching tools that we have dealt today? You can give it. What are the new things that you learn, or what's the session all about to you? You can also give your responses multiple times. Was it something interesting? What you don't know have you learned in today's session? Yes, Holy Cross College has taken pains to organize it and bring out people to you to get connected with you. Yeah, thank you. Excellent and wonderful session. Fantastic session, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good, very useful session. And you can all give your responses, and you can do it even multiple times. What are something that was really new for you that you have not used it? So today's session we started with the game. You remember the game? All right. The colors, the word you should not say the words, but you should tell the color of the words. It was interesting the time we played. I hope tomorrow we'll come out with a different game. All right. So somehow, what are the methods that you can start off with your class? What are the innovative methods? So the first 3 minutes of the class, and we saw about alpha brainstorming methodology to start off with the class. You remember the budding journals that we saw, and then we moved on into Google Slides, and then our learned Edmodo Mentee session was more interesting. The entire learning of today was really useful. Thank you. Very interesting with a beautiful resource person with a smiling face. Thank you so much. Your language is too good to flow. First, I would like to sincere thanks to Doreen ma'am. I'll be in there for an interesting session. So truly a joyful learning today. Thank you so much. All right, and then we moved on to do Google Slides. What are the things that you can do in Google Slides? Then into Google Jamboard. We jumped into Big Blue Button and Edmodo. We have seen a demonstration and you have experienced everything and you have played the quiz. Now it's exactly time of 6:30. Thank you all for joining. Again, tomorrow we'll meet again by 5 p.m. God willing. Over to the organizers. I will share my contact details onto the slides. You can make a note of it. You type on YouTube, Doreen Robin, you get it. Our company's website is cirf.co.in. And even this session, I'm hosting it on YouTube. I will give the YouTube link to you on the tab. Maybe after the session, if you find it interesting, you can use it, you can share it with people. These are my contact details. Any doubts you have in the session?
Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can ask the resource person or post your queries in the chat box.
Thank you. And onto the chat, I've given the YouTube link of the session. You can share it to as much people. You can like, subscribe, comment on it. After the session, you can give a comment on it. What was your best takeaway in today's session? Tomorrow, let me see how many of you have given the comments. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for the beautiful thanking notes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The session was very useful and very much lively. And we have learned many new digital tools which will make our teaching much more interesting, ma'am, and interactive also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, participants.
Yes, ma'am. We will meet tomorrow, ma'am. Dear participants, the feedback link will be posted in the chat box. Kindly fill it.